When's the last time you were dewormed? Okay, let's get into this. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Okay, this is something I wanted to get into for a while, but just because it's not really known, right? When's the last time you have been wormed? And a lot of people will say, but Dr. Cassar, I only worm my animals, and I only worm, this is what I'm going to get. When's the last time you have been wormed or dewormed? Okay, so I have sheep here, right? Got like 25 now. We've got maybe about 8 babies right now. And if I brought the vet here to go ahead and just look at my animals, just do a general examination of everything, just go ahead and, do what doctors are supposed to do. The first thing he would ask me would be, do you have a parasite schedule that you do on the sheep? When's the last time these sheep have been dewormed? Okay, when's the last time? Now, let's go ahead and switch over. You go to your family doctor, okay? And he's going through an examination with you, talking about all your symptoms, talking about all your maybe complaints or maybe no complaints. Maybe you're as healthy as you think you are because you feel good. Do you think that that should be something part of the physical examination? When's the last time you've been wormed? Do you think? Of course. So when you go to medical school, remember, job of medical school is to be able to learn about synthetic petrochemical drugs. It's not to do physical therapy because you don't get a physical therapy license. It's not to even do x-rays because you can, but you can't press the button because you don't have a license for that too. Right? You have to hire a radiological tech. And if you want to get someone to give a professional reading, you really can, just because you have to send it to a radiologist, right? And that's another degree. But a regular GP, remember, has a degree to be able to write prescriptions, petrochemical synthetic medications. And not all of them are bad. There's a lot of them that are real good, okay? As I'm doing a video on antiparasitic medications coming up here. It's about 119 pages long right now, the description. And that's for anybody who wants to learn about these little demons, okay, these parasites, because I get into that with this explanation about the most common parasites. Okay, remember, when's the last time you've been wormed? First of all, you don't even know that parasites are a problem in this world. Remember, could it be possible that sickness, most sickness, even cancer, is a parasite? And what is cancer? It's a mystery, right? It's a mystery. How about that many sicknesses that are being not even misdiagnosed just by giving them a name, right, is nothing more than two things. Well, there's many things, but the two major things to me is, number one, parasites. Remember, when's the last time you've been wormed? Okay, when's the last time that you went on any type of detoxification program? And remember, that's what Earther Academy is about. Remember, we forgot to talk about Hodo for a sec. That's what Earther Academy is about. Show me your wings, Hodo. Show me your wings. He doesn't like the camera, the handle. Okay, but that's what Earther Academy is about, is to be able to learn about many different protocols, practices, and principles for detoxification. Okay, and that goes along with, think about it, subcategory of detoxing or removing parasites. First, you have to find out that they're just about in everything. Everybody has parasites. Okay, not just everybody, okay, but every body has parasites. Look, and I've said this before many times, I'm walking on the grass right here, and it's very easy to get hookworms here, is because they live in the soil. Okay, you have a garden and you're, just playing in the dirt, your child. Hookworms live in the soil, from your dogs, your cats, from domesticated animals, just from wild animals, right? So what do? Do you, I mean, never walk on the grass again bare feet? Of course not. You try to stay away from infected areas where there's poop on the ground because that's how you get them, right? These things are transferred by animals through their feces. Okay? And these little hookworms, watch the video I just put out, Rethinking Reality, another one, is parasites and degeneration. Okay, could there be a link to the reasons why a lot of people are getting hip replacements and knee replacements and you don't even bloody run? You don't even exercise. How did they wear out so quickly? Again, could it be possible? Or could it be probable? So possible, just so you know, just simple nomenclature, possible means less than 50% chance of happening, right? Possible. And probable means what? More than a 51% chance. So just to get that down. So could it be possible or could it be probable? Okay? That you have not been wormed, not once your whole life. I would say mostly probable. Have you ever went to the doctor and they've asked you, okay, forget about because you have a sickness or anything else, general maintenance. Look, all the sheep, all goats, all pigs, all animals, dogs, cats, birds, everything, they are on a parasitic program, anti-parasitic program, at least 2 times a year to keep them healthy, right? So that's why guys that have cattle, they'll rotate the animals from pasture to pasture for a couple of days and they'll let this thing rest for 2 weeks or so the sunlight and everything can help keep the nematodes and all different parasites, hookworms, and just whatever things are coming out of their feces, right? But if I don't worm these animals, all they're doing is passing, one animal gets infected, then wherever they poop, those parasites will go ahead and infect the soil 6-7 feet around. And then when the moisture comes up in the morning on the grass or when it rains, the parasites crawl up on the leaves and they want someone to eat them. It's just what it is. These are small little protozoas, right? Single cells. You can't see them unless you have a microscope. Okay? So just because you're not having any symptoms doesn't mean that you don't have any parasites. How many times have you been bit by, well, mosquitoes, by fleas, by bed bugs, okay, by chiggers? How many times have, well, you've been sick and you have no idea why you got sick? Remember, you got the flu, you got the cold, you caught such and such, okay? Do you think parasites can transfer from one person to another? Of course they can. Remember, through feces, through saliva, through blood, through a lot of transmission. A lot of eggs can stay alive in the soil even for up to a year or longer. Okay, that's what I say, hey, watch the toilet seat, right? Grab the handle, whatever it is. Remember, sanitation is what stopped a lot of disease, not medications. It's sanitation. A lot of times you go swimming in the ocean, right? You go swimming in lakes. A lot of poop, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, everything flows into the ocean. Whoever's farming, like in Hawaii, whoever's farming on these mountains here, you know what happens when it rains? All of their poisons from their petrochemicals, different types of pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, all go into the ocean, right? A lot of these animals that are here, no matter where you are, okay, and I'm talking about even just domesticated animals, when it rains, everything goes down in the ocean. All the eggs go down to the ocean. Everything goes down. Everything gets infected. So let's say you have a sewage spill, and that happens all the time. Every time it really rains here in Hawaii, the sewage, okay, just like in a lot of places in the United States right now, what happens? The sewage goes ahead and can't, well, the sewage sanitizing department that actually takes raw sewage and turns it into some form of water and solids, right? Overflows because it's got too much water. It can't handle it. It's all going down through the drain pipes, right? And where does it go? It goes and spills over into everything. Goes into the ocean, goes into the lakes, goes into everything. Whoops, I just got the low battery mode here. Continue. Okay, there we go. So, how do you get sick? Swim in the ocean, swim in the lake. Okay, you need to be wormed. Why? Is because infectional vectors are everywhere. Remember, insects, feces, your partner, your children, Everybody is susceptible to getting parasites. Who can get parasites? Anybody can. Young, old, doesn't matter for what race, what religion you are, doesn't matter. Okay, so when you go to your doctor next time, you should go ahead and ask them, how come they don't promote antiparasitic medications just on a general basis? Just like we used to do in the 40s and 50s, right? What did you do? Mama always gave you castor bean oil, which is a poison, always gave you some type of parasite cleanse a couple times a year, okay? Why? Is because that was the thing to do. That was the thing to do to your animals. It was the thing to do just in general. Why? So you can stay healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise, right? Your doctor's going to go ahead and say, you know what? Parasites are not really common in this part of the world, really. Have you gone on vacation? Everybody's gone to Africa, to Central America, to Indonesia, to China, to wherever it is, remember? Okay? You're bringing back the parasites. Go to Mexico, you get Montezuma's Revenge, right? You get diarrhea. What do you think these are? These are parasites. Cryptosporidium, right? All different types of parasites that are, well, possibly, maybe you're getting them through your water tank, right? Your water supply. Now, I catch my own water, so I have to go ahead and keep that thing clean. All right, and how does it get parasites in it? Well, birds poop on the roof, and of course I catch the rain from the roof, so what happens? Parasites from the birds and snails or whatever else goes into my tank. So just like my body. My body's 18 gallons of salt water, right? 62 years old right now. Check it out, look. Look, I'm an old man, okay? And I'm still have abs, okay? I still have abs. Because I follow the protocol, so they must do something, at least for me. Remember, detoxification, number one, and number two, parasites. So you have to reduce parasitology, okay? Or actually reduce parasites in the body, and that can be done a number of ways. Like I said, go to the Herbal Earther Academy and you'll see all the herbal types of different types of protocols that we use, and also different compounds like food grade hydrogen peroxide to reduce a lot of the poisons in your blood, right? Reduce feces from the parasites. Remember, these parasites, when they're in you, they poop inside you. This is the biggest thing I want you to just sort of catch. Not only are they eating food from you, stealing your energy, right? But what they do is they're also, because a lot of parasites, just like the tapeworm, remember, grows a foot a year. And it's a pretty genius worm, is because every month it makes a little 50-cent size piece or smaller. It's called a protoglid, okay? And each one of those segments is another tapeworm. And each one of those segments can go ahead and have babies by itself and might reproduce by itself and everything else. So you can see these are machines, okay? Once you get them inside you, infection to your family is very easy. Very easy to go ahead and pass throughout the household. And so what happens when you feel like you got the flu, or maybe you just got infected? Maybe everybody just passed the eggs, and whatever the infection was, it just goes from one person to another, right? All it takes is one to replicate, to be able to colonize. And your body tries to fight off a lot of things just because it can. If it's not that healthy, because it's got a lot of toxification. That's why number one, okay, you have to learn. Go to our tips of the days at Earther Academy. There's a lot of little toxicities that you could go ahead and upgrade, enhance, and optimize. Just real simple stuff. Okay, a lot of the rethinking realities that I show you, that's just so you can think a little different. Remember, put some different ideas into your head. Doesn't mean they're true, but they're true for me at that time, right? If it helps you, great. If it doesn't, then push it aside. Okay, detoxification. I've got lots of videos on that. I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing YouTube since, what, 2000, I think, 8 or 9? When I used to have, like I said, my long-haired hippie hair, okay? My consciousness, like I said, has changed a lot since then. The protocols have only advanced. We've made them so they're more effective, okay, and less, because, you know, taking, like, oregano oil. Oregano oil is a protocol that can be dangerous if you don't do it right? Or at least go ahead, do it cautiously and learn about as much as you can. Okay, but it does do the body good. Okay, especially when you start out slow and you work your way up to see what your tolerance is. Just like with any type of detoxification or anti-parasitic program. Okay, everybody's infected, but everybody's infected with different creatures and different colonizations. If you have body fat, remember, body fat is a parasite. Okay, think of that. Okay, and it's a live creature. I've said this a bunch of times before. So you know you can go ahead and make that parasite shrink down by doing some things, right? Changing your blood pH, okay, the interstitial fluid around the cells, making that more alkaline. And maybe one of the ways you want to go ahead and do that is quit eating a bunch of crap, quit having a bunch of sodas, quit eating a lot of things that are processed, okay? Quit eating so much. Start increasing the amount of clean water that's in your body to start flushing out some garbage, but you have to stop putting in garbage to make it so actually you can get ahead. Okay, so I mean, do a lot of videos on fasting and a lot of different pieces like this because they're all good pieces of the pie to be able to learn about, but fasting by itself is minimal. I like to fast and also do detox protocols at the same time, and that involves parasitic reduction and also involves removing as much of the heavy metals, arsenic, thallium, stainless steel, okay, lead, mercury, tin, different pesticides, insecticides, herbicides that have lodged into your tissues, learning the sauna protocol, sweating through the body, through the skin, okay? Oh, check it out. Here's the big turtle. He's coming out of his little hole here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, what a prehistoric animal this guy is, huh? Hope I got you on there right. Yeah, you coming over to say ho? What's up, Bubba? What a cute, cool animal, huh? Prehistoric. And I brought these guys from California, and I've had this guy for like at least 30 years. So, and he's about 40 years old or so. And he's probably about 300 pounds. He's just super dense and heavy. So, remember, this turtle has parasites, and the sheep have gotten sick before from the ducks and from the turtles. They pass their types of parasites into the sheep, which of course are not used to their types. So whatever they get, whatever it is, they get sick. They get diarrhea, such and such. They haven't died, but I saw them drinking out of the duck, the one out of the duck's bowls, because they got into the other pasture over there, and that one had diarrhea for 2 weeks. Then I gave them some fenbendazole, and I also gave her some ivermectin. So those are 2 different medications. One is more for microparasites, and they don't kill anything. They paralyze certain parts of the parasite so it can't feed, right? Closes their eustachian tubes, their digestive systems. And the fenbendazole is more for the intestinal tapeworms, different things like that. Who knows what it is? Remember, a tapeworm that's 20 feet long starts out with as a tiny little micro egg, and each tapeworm can kick out 1 million eggs a day. So human feces, you see the homeless and everything, and they're pooping everywhere, peeing everywhere, okay? This is how all those types of people, okay, in any type of country that doesn't have good sanitation, everybody's infested with a variety of different parasites, which means that most of the people there are sick. They may not die, they feel like crap though all the time, is because they're fighting a demon inside their system that is just basically living not only inside them, not only pooping inside them, but also mind controlling them to some degree, maybe making them feel different, because remember, these are mind controlling parasites. They can make you feel, okay, the way they want you to, okay? Remember, maybe the poop in the body makes you so you can't think anymore. Critical thinking, right? How about these parasites? Remember, when they eat inside you, they also poop. Remember, you have to get these ideas through our heads. So you can see sauna protocols is super necessary just to be able to see if you can get some of the parasite poop and urine out of your body. That's why you feel so bloody good when you get done with a 30, 40-minute sauna. And a lot of people, again, you don't even sweat when you go in the sauna. So you have to learn the skin cleaning protocols with the vodka and the minerals, and then learn how to re-lubricate with the coconut oil of mineralized oils that we show you how to make. Super simple. Remember, your skin is what protects you a lot from the outside world. Your skin does. And again, like I said a bunch of times, you should be able to see through your skin. And if you're not, think of, especially if you're a man, okay, and you want to lose weight, and you've got cheese on your rear end, cheese, okay, like feta cheese, right? Some people call it cellulite, whatever it is. Maybe, could it be probable that you have a high estrogen diet? You're drinking beers all the time, right? Phytoestrogen, hops. You're eating soy all the time because they said that, well, the meat is not good for you, right? Okay, so now you replace that for soy and all these different types of vegetables that have been genetically modified and are not natural at all. You think broccoli's real, cauliflower's real? Remember, those are all man-made. Okay, zucchinis. Tomatoes are this big, not this big. Those are genetically modified. Most of the wild things, remember, all plants have poisons in them. And so they change little corn and seeds, make it big, and it makes it taste different. It's because you're spreading out the toxic poisons. You have to process all your vegetables. And this is why they used to process them either number one in a pressure cooker, okay, or number two, you go ahead and ferment them. That's it, those two things. And that takes the phytic acid, the anti-nutrients, it makes a lot of the things in the vegetable, okay, if you ferment them, bioavailable. Because eating them by themselves does nothing more than rip your stomach up, and in time you'll figure that out, maybe. And it took me about 2 years to heal my gut. Okay, and I gained, like I said, I've gained about 25 pounds of pure muscle, because you can see I'm not fat at all. 25 pounds of pure muscle, and it's helped me, again, with gain back some of my nutrition, because I was on a plant-based diet for 15 bloody years, and you can only last so long, especially if you exercise, especially if you want to have peak performance. You can't have peak performance on those diets, okay, for too long. It's because your body's going to take what it needs out of your body. It's going to remove what it needs out of your body if it can't absorb what you're eating. Remember, plants are very low in bioavailability, okay? This is why you ferment them. And a lot of the root, like potatoes and sweet potatoes and almonds, everything, all these types of things should be pressure cooked to be able to see if you can, to lower the plant poisons like oxalates in them, because oxalates will give you a lot of gut problems, and gut problems, of course, is the precursor to be able to letting, once you get gut problems, irritable bowel syndrome, once you wind up getting a hole in your intestinal tract called leaky gut syndrome, which most people have, okay, from eating all different herbicides, and secondarily, okay, you eat all these oxalates, especially raw vegan. You're eating all these lectins, all these things that are high in estrogen too, which cause inflammation. Okay. Once you get leaky gut syndrome, you've got all the different things that start to leak from the intestinal tract into the body. Now you've got yourself an infestation of intestinal parasites in the body. So you can see, when's the last time you've been wormed lately? Just to be safe. We do it to the animals. You should do it to your dog. And if you haven't, guys, if you've got a cat or a dog, whatever it is, just remember, they got heartworms. What do you think arrhythmias are in your heart? I had arrhythmias, like I said, for a long time. And I got rid of them because I got rid of my heartworms. I had no idea. Heart used to go all over the place when I was a kid, playing with reptiles. Remember, I was a reptile guy, bird guy. I had so many animals. I had a zoo over at Rancho de las Palmas, from caribou to pythons to probably about 150 birds. Okay, pigeons. Remember, pigeon poop, pigeon disease, all different types of bacteria infections you can get from powdered birds. Coccidiomycosis. Okay, poop on anything will transfer parasites, even rat poop in your garage when you sweep it up from the urine. Remember, the cat gives the rat and the mouse a parasite called the Toxoplasma gondii. It mind controls the mouse and the cat, excuse me, the mouse and the rat, or anything that has it, to be able to be attracted to the cat, to be able to be attracted like it wants to mate it. Okay? And again, we go into this deeply on the video coming out here shortly on anti-parasitic medications and learning about parasites. Remember, there are simple solutions to the system here, but once you get sick, guys, remember, now you're digging deep. Okay, once you get sick, that's it. Okay, you're digging deep. It's better off to figure things out before you get sick. And you already know you have parasites. If you dig into the ground here, you know if the ground is healthy, you're going to have nematodes. Okay, you're going to have roundworms, right? Okay, you're going to have different types of creatures that live in there. Okay, it's the same with the body. You will get whatever from the outside world that could live in your world, either crawling through your skin, getting through a cut, or maybe you ingesting it or breathing it. All it takes is just one egg. And if you're a suitable host, then in time you will be infected and mind controlled. Remember, are you hungry or are you thirsty? And if you are hungry, what are you hungry for? Sugar, carbohydrates? Or are you hungry for some saturated fats? That means you're healthy. Okay, remember, sugar is the premium food for a lot of yeast, mold, fungus, candida, all that little tiny little parasite, which just makes you look ugly and plus slows you down, sedates you and everything else. Okay, all you got to do is stop eating that and all of a sudden you start shrinking down. Okay, but the other parasites, remember, they're different. Tapeworms are hard to manipulate. Remember, they may have been in you for 15, 30, 40 years. Okay, I'm going to show you a picture of a child with 13-year-old boy with a 15-foot tapeworm inside them. All right, check that out. They didn't take medication to get it out of them, because you usually don't see them when you take medication. It's because they die inside the body and you just smell them coming out. But they flushed it out with a certain acid compound through a pharyngeal scope with a tube, and they flushed so many milliliters a few times in there, and this thing ran out the intestinal tract, okay, out the colon, and they pulled it out a little bit at a time. What makes you think, and this is Skinny Kid, what makes you think that you don't have these things inside you? Okay, raw fish, uncooked pork, beef, okay, infected animals will give you this problem. I did have another part of this, which I already filmed this video, so I'm just refilming the first part because the first part didn't come out when I was in the car. For some reason, the sound didn't come out. So I'm going to hook what I was talking about in the car in front of the gym, and noticing a lot of crazy people, just a lot of muzzlers, okay? You know, muzzlers, right? With no one around. And talking about a variety of different things also, so if you want to listen to that, it's probably about 30 minutes long though, but okay, you'll notice it was in the car. I just go into the gym, because part of you getting healthy is you got to go ahead and do some type of like resistance training. It doesn't have to be weight training, but resistance training. And when you put pressure on your muscles, ligaments, tendons, and bones and everything respond, and they want to regrow. Remember, your bones regrow your skeleton every 3 months, 4 months. Okay, skin every 30 days. Okay, your liver every 4 months. Okay, just what it is. Your whole body rebuilds itself, but you need the right, not only fuels in your body, you have to have less creatures inside the body, because they're most likely eating a lot of the new cells. That's why degeneration is very quickly right now. Could it be possible that the microbes, not the good ones, these carnivorous parasites, are inside you eating up all the new cells, or a lot of the cells, which make it so, well, you can't regenerate like you should, is because you got too many things inside eating, like the fresh new grass never gets a chance to be able to grow. Okay, so the grass always stays short, but if I let the grass grow because there's nothing eating it, then it grows super fast. Same with your cells. What if there's something in your blood that's eating a lot of your red blood cells, just like malaria does, just like Ebola does, just like a lot of these, you know, the tick, right? The spirochetes, okay? They're everywhere. So just to get the idea again from ending this video, and then you can watch, you know, the other part if you want to. When's the last time you were wormed? And if you don't know about any of this information, go on the Earther Academy website and go check out what we have under parasites and detoxification, and just sort of, you know, wet your mind on some different types of ideas and simple solutions. And if you want to join, it's $10 a month, cancel anytime, and go inside and you can see the protocols that I use, the different dosages that I use, and different types of sensitive media that we only do in private. Remember, it's all an experiment, guys. No one's asking you to do anything, but then again, we are opening up a parasite gallery. So if you've got any good parasite pictures to send me. I'm going to open up a parasite gallery so you can show other people the demons that came out of them. Okay, the demons that came out of them, because we've got some trophies, let me tell you. I've had up to 2-foot long trophies come out of me. Rope tapeworm, big, thick, weird. And that's another, again, area that you want to look into, is the different varieties of snakes, from the micro little size snakes, hookworms, to the ones that can grow up to 80 feet, which is the longest tapeworm they ever got out of a human. Longest tapeworm ever, 80 feet long, crazy. And they do grow a foot a year. And they do, once they're an adult, they kick out at least 1 million eggs a day. So again, are these demons or parasites? Well, could cancer be a demon? Could cancer be a parasite? Just a question. Okay, guys, go ahead and take a watch. And I do have a lot of, on our site, sign up for the newsletter so we can keep in touch. And if you have anybody that you feel that wants to start a detox and or start to learn about maybe wanting to take care of themselves, then send them over to the YouTube, because we don't get any help. The system doesn't want to show anybody how to take care of themselves, of course, and or different types of concepts, disciplines, understandings from the conventional programming. Remember, you do have power in your system, but the problem is a lot of people don't understand. Okay, they don't have the information and the simple solutions to be able to engage. Okay, no one's putting anybody in fear, but well, once you see these little guys, okay, see the alien faces on the hookworms and all these different, with the teeth and everything. Remember, they're like, I call them Baphomet's children, is because these parasites, a lot of them don't need to find a mate. They have both organs, sex organs, to be able to replicate on their own. Okay, that's Baphomet. If you know what Baphomet looks like, right? He's the goat that's got the boobs, and he's a man too. So he's a androgyne, right? Whatever you want to call it, hermaphrodite maybe. But not that they're non-breeding, because a lot of humans that are born like that are non-breeding. These parasites, that's their thing. Okay, they're hermaphrodites, and they know how to self-reproduce. So they don't need any man or any woman, because they're both. So you can see what you're up against. Once in a while, I will go ahead, 3 times a year I do anti-parasitic programs. And during the month, I do other ones, but mild ones. So, okay guys, watch the other part if you're so inclined, and let's go say goodbye to Hodo. What do you think, Hodo? Here, let me take this off the rack here, otherwise he doesn't like the... Show me your wings. You ready to go? Show me. Show me your wings. Show me your wings. Come on. Boy, it looks like an eagle there, huh? Bah! Bah! Oh, you guys think you're getting some food? What's up, Wobbles? Look at the little babies running. What's up, Wobbles? This is the alpha male. He's the first one to come, and then when he comes, everybody comes. Why? Because he's the man. There's other boys in here, but he's proven to be the alpha because he has a little, tiny little, like, horn on his head. So when he fights the other males, he wins every time. Look at a little cute baby. Yeah. What's up, Wobbles? You want to come say hi? Come say hi. Come say hi. Yeah, such a sweet boy. What's up, Bubba? Show him how beautiful your mane is. Look at that. Oh, what's up, Bubba? Yes, you baby, huh? He loves to get adjusted. He's my main man here. What's up, Bubba? Look at this. Look at that mane. Yeah. Do you see yourself right there? That's what you look like, huh? Yeah, such a sweetie. Okay, come on, Hodo. Show him how you fly. Here's the Cassar menagerie here. Okay, well, he already knows. I don't even have to tell him. There we go. Keep him on the screen. And you can call that intelligent design, right? If you want to call it Big Bang Theory, call it what you want. Just means that you paid for your education because you're not using intelligence or applied intelligence to be able to see that that thing didn't come from nothing. Those sheep, Look, the pineapple. Yeah, they just all came from nothing. Yes. Nice aerosols up there today, huh? Okay. Anyways, watch the other part. Like I said, if you're so inclined, we talked about different subjects and just different ways to be able to see things, because you got to look at this from many angles. If not, you don't get it. And then remember, once you start to get it, then you may get interested and curious about engaging. So, okay, guys, we'll see you. Aloha. There we go. Let's show you. See it raining out on the ocean there a little bit. We've got some coconuts here we're going to get. And if you haven't watched our video called Natural Pesticides, you can see all that red stuff right there. Those are all dead fire ants. Okay, thousands, millions of dead fire ants. You can see them all over the place here. And we have a simple solution that you can use with a little bit of sugar that's non-toxic. So you can use this in your house, and you can see how effective it is. It kills billions of fire ants, and fire ants are hard to kill without any pesticides, toxic pesticides. So watch that, our natural pesticide video, because don't use any pesticides in your house, because if you get toxic again, you get parasites, and if you get parasites, you get toxic because of their poop. So it's a two-way street there. So okay, anyways, aloha. We'll see you guys. Watch the other part if you like. Okay. Okay, I disconnected it for a second there. But not only want to go ahead and reduce parasites, these little demons in your body, but you also want to go ahead and actually lose accumulated baggage. And that could be different heavy metal particulates that are you absorbed in any way, shape, or form, from the air, from your food, from the water, whatever way you got it, it's in you. Okay, cooking your, again, tips of the day. Why are you cooking your baked potato with aluminum foil, your fish with aluminum foil? Why are you using aluminum foil, guys, even to smoke whatever you're smoking in a phone booth? I saw these guys in Amsterdam smoking out of an aluminum foil and burning the bottom. What do you think you're doing to your brain, guys? You're putting aluminum particulates in there, and these aluminum particulates go up into your brain. And what happens when they go in your brain? Well, it's a filter, right? Causes short-circuiting when you're under frequencies called microwaves, especially when you put one up next to the side of your head, right? Anyways, there's lots to learn. This video's trying to go ahead and just stay on, because there's so many different departments. This is why we've set up Earther Academy. You know, take a little bit at a time. You get tired of one department, look into other ones and see what you want to experiment with. I give you the dosages and different things that I've used, we've used over a period of over 40 years, and of course tweaked it many times. Okay, different ideas, okay, different concepts, different disciplines. And it's not stuff that we just made up, it's stuff that we've learned along the way in our journey here. Remember, my day and nighttime job for over the last over 40 years has been this world. Okay? Has been this world. Me looking into anything that will optimize, enhance, or upgrade me. Again, that's what Earther Academy is. And I've changed my consciousness. I've changed my radio station since, of course, I started back about 14 years ago doing YouTube with long hair, hippie. Okay? My mind was different back then, and we were experimenting, trying to, again, see if we could live a life without eating flesh. Okay? And we got hundreds of thousands of people who were in the world, around the world, to be able to go ahead and see if they could be an herbivore. There's lots of nuances about everything, okay? And all you can do is learn from others that have already walked through these paths, and maybe see if you want to try it to see if it's different than you. Maybe you're in the Walt. Maybe your body can absorb, remember, all this plant fiber, all of these plant anti-nutrients, all of these different types of plant poisons that are in almost every plant. That's why things don't eat them. Okay, like parasites and mold and fungus, is because the plants have certain types of poisons that we must get out of the food. We can eat a little bit of the poison and it'll make you stronger, but raw vegan and everything else, guys, you've destroyed your gut. This is why I stopped. I destroyed my gut. I got leaky gut syndrome. I got bad intestinal disease, just like Matt Monarch, just like a ton of people have. What are you going to do? Now you need to heal your gut. Watch our videos on healing your gut. Okay, saturated fats and protein will heal your gut. The saturated fats coats everything. And of course, why do you have irritative, not only the pesticides that were irritating everything, but what about the parasites? Remember, the parasites only try to eat things that are breaking down, degenerative, sick. They also go ahead and actually pick on new tissue depending on what kind of species it is. Everybody has parasites. Remember, if you're 20 pounds overweight, 10 pounds overweight, 100 pounds overweight, what do you think body fat is? Think. Is it alive? Of course it is. It's in your body. Everything's alive in there, right? It's in your energy field. It's some type of creature that grows when you feed it sugar. It's some type of creature that grows when you feed it carbohydrates. Okay? There's some type of creature in there that also lives in a plugged up lymph system. Because remember, you're overweight, you're plugged. It's just what it is. Again, how many parasites are in someone that's overweight? Well, forget about the intestinal parasites, forget about all the things that could be in your organs or your muscles. We know that body fat is a parasite. So if that's the case, what you can do? Quit feeding it for a while. Remember, that's the fasting protocols. I mean, just eating a meal a day, if you're overweight, will go ahead and slim you down, even if you're eating crappy McDonald's, because you're eating crappy stuff 3 times a day, or maybe even more with 4 or 5 snacks. Drinking a gallon of water a day. Remember, adding some salt and some minerals to it, so when you're hungry, drink some more. You're not hungry, you're thirsty when you're fasting. Anyways, once you clean the intestinal tract out, again, when's the last time you've been wormed? This is the time to worm yourself. You can worm yourself anytime, because you slowly have to go ahead and get on a better diet. You slowly have to start de-accumulating your body of, again, heavy metals, microplastics. How are you going to get that crap out of your body? It's said that you eat a credit card. I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but a lot of people spread around the internet that you eat, the average person eats 1 credit card's worth of plastic a week. You better learn the sauna protocols then. Remember, we've done lots of videos on sauna protocols, detoxing yourself, getting rid of a lot of accumulated garbage that doesn't do anything to you but cause your energy, your light bulb, to shrink. Remember, your conductivity, your cells are supposed to be minus 70 millivolts. You're supposed to have charge to them. 6 cells have less charge. Part of our job is to be able to make sure that the body has what it needs to be able to function. Okay, your brain needs cholesterol, so not having cholesterol in your diet is foolish. Being maybe conned into, and that's of course confidence, from the white jacket with the stethoscope or the witch doctor necklace, okay, tells you that certain fats in your bloodstream are too high, and we have certain types of petrochemical synthetic medications that I don't even use, but it says right here in the manual that it does this, and plus all the people I'm practicing on, it does lower it. I don't know if I'd take it, right? This is the doctor speaking. I mean, you just got to think it through. If you don't think things through, guys, you're being a sheep. Question everything, even authority. Why? Is because maybe your energy field sees a better way, and maybe it wants to tell the other energy fields to say, hey, what about this? What about that? Remember, we need to communicate with each other. If we don't communicate with each other, then of course all you're getting is your information off of the television. A lot of the systems, of course, that are most likely here to trick you, right? And you're hard to trick when you remove the parasites out of your system, is because the body, remember, is being poisoned by its parasite poop. Everything that lives inside your body, this is some of the ideas, the concepts that I wrote into that, like I said, 119 pages so far. Okay, not only talking about parasites, but to be able to have simple solutions and effective solutions, herbally, and also medical compounds. that have been used over 30, 40, 50 years that are on lists that are called the best essential drugs in the world. Okay? And we'll go over all that. Got my filter on right now. So anyways, it would be good before anybody, jumping back to the entheogens, anybody that wants to go ahead and actually do any of these types of experiments, okay? And they're not hallucinogens, because what you see is what you get. You couldn't make up that stuff. But if you really want to do things smartly, then you would want to detox the body. You would want to make the church cleanse. Your body is your church. Your mind's the temples, the left temple, the right temple. This is what controls your information that you absorb and can absorb. If these two engines aren't in sync, or even only one's working and the other one's barely working, then what type of information can you decode? Do you believe others with the costume on that will make you feel that you should believe them because they have the degree? Remember, when you don't know about things, just like going to a mechanic, you go to a mechanic, you don't know about anything with a car, especially if you're female, right? And they know they can prey on females more than guys, because if you cheat a guy, he may come back and kick your ass. Okay? Same with a doctor. The doctors don't even know the synthetic medications they're giving, okay? All they know is hearsay, unless they've tried everything that they dole out, from antipsychotic pills, remember all the Prozac. If you want to dole it out, guys, then why don't you go ahead and try it and see what it does for you. See how you can feel the addiction, okay, of not only Xanax, but feel when you withdraw off of Xanax, and see how many people are controlled, okay, by addiction. Remember, addiction, could it be possible that all you've done is stimulate a energy field inside you that wants to be fed all the time? Remember, removing the demons inside you, if you're going to go ahead and go through different layers of the interdimensional world, then I would say clean your church first. And that means parasitology, okay? Learning these different creatures, but not only learning them, okay, start experiencing and experimenting with different protocols that you feel that you want to try. Remember, there's no silver bullet. I use a variety of different types of things to experiment with the reduction of parasites, how to regenerate tissue, how to detox tissue, how to be able to do things a little more effective than what I'm being shown, or what I can achieve by going conventionally. Anyways, not everybody has this. Remember, I've been doing this for all my life. Okay, so it's hard for people, as an attorney. An attorney can read legalese, and legalese is the stuff that you press I agree, and you don't even know what you're agreeing to. And even though if you try to read it in English, you don't know what it means, because it's legalese, it's not English like you think. The attorneys know this language, and it's discretional. Okay, can you read the insert, okay, of a drug that you're taking, and read everything, the contraindications, look at liver damage, look at everything and everything, okay, in that, not report, in everything that you could find about it. Look and find out when people get addicted to this drug, and what if you overdose by taking too much? How much is the overdose level? Does it accumulate? Okay. You wouldn't take any of that stuff. You would figure out a natural way to be able to go ahead and reduce your disease. These people walking around with their muzzles on. A second ago, someone was walking here talking to themselves. This is the mental state of a lot of people. Why are you in fear? You're walking by yourself. And this other guy was walking by himself, going behind me, muzzled up. The Hellivision is a strong program. Remember, it's a television program. Remember that. And remember, your brain is a software program. And programs can be initiated and also be installed. So deprogramming your mind is very important. It took me a long time to deprogram my mind in a lot of different ways. And it's just for yourself, guys. Remember, you want to wake up within the dream here. Wake up within a place that, of course, is not what you've been told. A beautiful place, but it's actually pretty weird to see that what you've been told is not the truth. Only you will see this in time. If you want to remove your parasites that are controlling your mind, they're pooping in your body, causing you not to be able to think straight, is because that's what this very toxic poop does in your body from any creature. I don't care if it's micro creature, they all eat, goes in a physical system. It has to, the exhaust or the end product has to come out into the body. A lot of ammonia comes out of that feces of these creatures. You'll notice when you do the sauna, guys, that when you smell ammonia coming out of your skin, it's a big question to ask yourself, why is that? Maybe it's because you're removing a lot of ammonia, okay, out of your tissues from the things that have made ammonia in you. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to go to the gym now and work out. That's another important part. Remember, when's the last time you've been wormed? When's the last time you did any heavy metal detoxification? When's the last time that you've actually even learned about anything that could help you with you becoming your own doctor? You. No one's going to help you. Remember, no one's going to come and save you. You have to save yourself. You can look at things that people are doing, but it's going to be the ultimate, another guy talking to himself, it's going to be the ultimate goal of yourself to be able to engage. Remember, procrastination is a parasitic trait. Just remember that. You procrastinate, you know you're infected. Okay? Take care of things one at a time. And think about that. If you procrastinate, you are infected. If you're overweight, you're infected. Some people are infected more than others. And some people are under the mind control of these things. That's why you won't lose weight. You won't even look into it. And you think, because it's like a new fashion is to be 50 pounds overweight. Remember, there's like 150,000 million obese people over, and you know, anyways, we've talked about this on lots of videos. I did one on a long time ago, and that was just my consciousness back then, but the antidote to body fat. Okay, is you got to learn that this creature, this body fat, remember, is full of toxicity. Maybe you're eating a lot of things that help it grow, like maybe estrogen. Maybe you have a high diet of estrogen because you're raw vegan, because you're vegetarian, because maybe you eat a lot of soy because you think it's good for you. At least you've been told. But look up phytoestrogens and look and see how many of them you are eating. Flax is loaded full of it. Soy is loaded full of estrogen. Phytoestrogen, plant estrogen. Your body doesn't care one way or another what kind of estrogen it is. Here comes another muzzler. Lady walking by herself with a cane. Scared, you know what, to be able to come outside. And there's no one here. I mean, she's the only one within maybe 250 feet forward behind me, not across the street, no one. Remember, the disease is in the air, right? All right. Just wait for her to go by there. As you can see, there she is right there. But she's all muzzled up. Poor girl. Remember, living in fear is not good. False evidence appearing real. Living in fear is not good. Another acronym is muck everything. And you know what muck is, but it starts with an F. Muck everything and run. Frick everything and run. Whatever it is. Okay, there she is. Look, she's going. I won't even show it, but she's going in her car, and she's probably going to drive off with her synthetic diaper that is helping you, especially if you're going to go ahead and do drywall, if you're going to sand walls, if you're going to, I don't know, have particulates in the air. That'll definitely filter those, but it doesn't filter anything less than, and if you got the best one, she's got a garbage mouth. Anyways, maybe all you guys already know this, but, and this guy's talking to himself over there too. Like I said, there's a lot of mental people in this world. Why could it be possible? Look, and he's carrying a two-way transmitter. Okay. Remember, part of the infection is parasitical, but part of the infection is also automated intelligence, you can call it, but I just call it the prince of the power of the air, all the things that fly through the air that we become an antenna for, especially if you have certain heavy metal particles in your system. Your body's just an antenna. Especially the smaller the particle, the more they accumulate, and if they're super small, it looks like they're all together, and it's just like a blob of connection. Remember, metals are what connect to the air. The antenna is made out of some form of metal, right? To be able to grab the frequency in the air, it has to hit something and transfer it into the system. Anyways, when's the last time you've been wormed? Ask your doctor to go ahead and really say, how come you don't ask everybody about that? Do you ever study parasites? Of course they don't. No one gets, we got a little bit of parasitology in chiropractic college, just a little bit. And we do the same medical program besides the pharmaceutical pharmacology, but we get a chance to do other things that they can't do. We can do physical therapy, being a doctor of chiropractic, we can do physical therapy, charge for it. We can take x-rays and actually read them. And a medical doctor has to send their x-rays, number one, to a radiologist. You have to hire a radiological tech, okay, because you can't press the button because you don't have a license to do that. You have to hire a registered physical therapist, versus my degree says I can do the therapy, I can charge for the therapy, I can hire a therapy assistant and teach them. MD can't do that. All he can do is write prescriptions. Okay, that's the way it works. You have to study extra to be a radiologist. You have to go through another 4 years of school, right? You want to press buttons, and do the x-rays in your own house, in your own office, then what do you got to do, doctor, MD? You got a pen that you could write prescriptions, synthetic petrol, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, let me stop all that. Remember, we do, as you can see, feels like we live in an insane asylum. And if you don't feel that, that is most likely, again, the parasites inside you making you feel that you're part of the disease and you don't even know you're part of the disease, is because that's what the disease does, is makes everybody feel they're just all in this together. Okay. Yeah. What a job it is to be able to control individuals, their minds, okay, what they see, what they feel, what they experience, what they believe. And the only way that people really would believe a lot of different things, it's only because they feel so inadequate to be able to ask a question, because so many other people just blindly believe that they go along with the system. If you don't go along with it and have individual thinking, critical thinking, and you don't have maybe 2 of your brains activated, then guess what? You have to go along with the herd. That's just what it is. You must go along with the herd. Why? It's because you have a collective mind. There's very few people that have an individual mind. Most people will try to adhere to the collective, the way they think. Okay? And then you subcategorize the collectives, okay? Like Democrat, okay, and the reptiles, the Republicans, right? You then subcategory, choose a side, religion, everything else. Once you remove these parasites, all of this stuff doesn't make any sense at all, because you just want to do good. You want to do what is best for everything and everyone. Okay, so you don't have to fight about which religion is best. Your religion is nothing more than doing good. Good. Take away one of the O's is God. Remember, you want to act like God? Which one? The evil God, the devil God with a D in front of evil, or do you want to act like the good demigod? It's up to you. It's your choice. But I guarantee you, the only way you can do good and act good is to remove that things inside you, these parasites, that are making you do evil, making you get tripped because you can't see. Is because maybe you're confused. Maybe your brain doesn't go ahead and function like it should because of the parasites inside you, pooping inside you, causing dysfunction. Remember, they're just ideas. Just put them in your head, guys. You want to clean up the way you think, remove the parasites. You want to clean up the way your energy field is, then remove the toxification. Remember, the more different types of things you have inside you, the more of an antenna you are to the microwaves that are everywhere. And watch our videos on reducing your microwaves in your house. Okay? You can't sleep good at night, then what do? Hardwire everything. Stay off your phone. My phone's on right now, but it's on airplane mode. I turn it on once in a while just to go ahead and see if anybody called. If not, I use my hard line at home. You can hard line anything. It's very easy to do. Just call your carrier up and say, I don't want to use the wireless anymore. And do I have to change my router because I don't want to use any wireless at all. And plus, you can save $5 because they charge you $5 a month for Wi-Fi, right? And if you go to town, well, I suit up. I got my silver underwear on. Make sure those types of EMF or anti-radiation underwear are at least 42% silver or 42% copper, 42% some type of a thing that would go ahead and shield. You still will get the microwave dispersed inside you though. Okay, you just sort of make it so it can't get what's living behind it, but you will absorb it into your full body. Remember, if you had a beanie on that's electrical magnetic, right, or a jacket or a shirt, meaning that it fights radiation, the microwave, it blocks it, then when the microwave hits it, it still has to go somewhere. If you were grounded to the ground, then it would discharge out of your system, but it's still messing up your battery. But you are protecting. If I have a beanie on, then I'm protecting it from going in and hitting certain pieces of aluminum and different types of heavy metals that are stuck in my brain so they won't go ahead and get hot. Because remember, microwaves make things hot as long as it has physical attributes to it. And your tissue at a very low wattage, because your phone only has like 1.5 watts, that's it. So it's not going to do any damage, as they found out, to your tissue. But if there's things that live in the tissue, okay, like small pieces of metal and such, okay, nanoparticulate metals, then you can see putting that phone in there is gonna not heat up the tissue, but it's gonna heat up possibly and I'm just saying possibly or probably, you guys think what you want, okay, it's gonna heat up the metallic objects in there and cause some type of short circuit and infarct, just like taking any type of metal object and put it in your microwave and turn it on. It sparks like crazy. Okay, so anyways, get wormed, guys. Learn some of the protocols that we share at Earther Academy. Okay, there are very easy, effective ways to be able to start a program, but you do have to help yourself. You are going to have to change your diet a little bit and not eat all that processed crap, and if you do, eat less of it. I know everybody's on whatever budget they are. A lot of my information is not made for average people. It's because it's just over their heads. Okay, they're into whatever they're into, but they're not into any of the things that I like to talk about. And so I haven't got many people to talk about anything, because talk about the price of beans is interesting just to study someone's mind, to see where they flow. But if you're interested, remember, in taking care of your body, that means that you must be not infected as much as all the other people that don't give a crap. Okay? That just don't care. They don't even want to know. And in fact, everything is perfect, even if you're 100 pounds overweight, or you're just limping down the road, or for some odd reason, you're anything. Remember, your cognitive values are at the lowest level of human existence. To your mind, that's fine. Why wouldn't you want to upgrade, enhance, and optimize? That's all. Remember, procrastination is a sign of infection. So when you procrastinate, just remember that. And that has to do with taking care of yourself. That has to do with just cleaning your house. If your house is dirty, remember, what do you think your body is? Is because you can't keep your body clean? Well, you can't keep your house clean either. Or your car. Anyways, no more ranting. Okay, we'll see you guys. Aloha. We'll see you on the next Rethinking Reality, and I will have, like I said, some good videos coming up here on further into the demons, okay, into these parasites, into these creatures, these elusive things that live inside all of us, okay, swimming inside of us, colonizing, reproducing inside of us. Is it scary? Well, it probably should be. Okay, and then maybe that'll make you take action. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is just the way it is. Remember, truth is truth. And why would you run away from truth? Only because maybe too much truth is too hard to swallow. Especially this type of level. Remember, you're possessed. Think of that. You're possessed. People say, I'm not possessed. Well, remember, if you've got any parasites inside you, you are possessed with them. And what are they? What do you think they are? They're not our DNA. Okay? They cloak themselves inside us with their gel coat. You remove that gel coat, or maybe paralyze them like Ivor does. I won't even say the words, like different types of antiparasitics do. Then you wind up slowly removing these layers of infiltration that is inside your church, cleaning all the pews, all the nice rows of benches. Remember, where the congregations sit is a job that is very worthy to do, is to repent, okay? Maybe outside this world, but repent inside and change the way you look at your body. Remember, your body is nothing more than your vehicle to be able to experience this place, whatever you want to call it, this realm. Why wouldn't you want to take care of it better? Remember, just think, your body is a church, and it is not to be desecrated. And if you have, then clean it up. And if you don't want to clean it up, it only means, like I said, you are infected. And maybe one of your friends should go ahead and help you get started. That's all. So, I'm just signing off now, but I'm just watching this young guy walk by right here, okay? And he's got his frickin' Bluetooth microwave transmitters in each ear, and I see everybody in the gym. I'm going to the gym now to be able to exercise my body, to keep it strong, right? And I see everybody in the bloody gym, okay, using these transmitters. I'm gonna do a video and show you how powerful these things are. Why would you want that buzzing in your head? Because you can't hear it, that's why. But what about the acoustometer? You want to hear what it sounds like that your ears can't hear, but your brain does? Okay? And you can't get that song out of your head? Maybe because it's programming your head just to be able to think of stupid stuff that basically keeps this guy driving with his muzzle on too by himself. Like I said, the television is a very powerful tool. Very powerful. Okay, signing off. Disconnect your parasites, and maybe you'll be able to not only look at things, but you'll be able to see things. That's an important quote from Manly P. Hall. You know, don't just look at things, people, because there's lots to see if you can transcribe it. There's lots to decode if you can. Why? Because maybe it'll help you in this world of code. There's a lot of code here. And you can call it computer code, you can call it whatever you want, but there's a lot of code here. Okay, so, all right, anyways. That's it. I was going to say there's lots of aerosols going off, but I won't even get into that. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Aloha.